Are you effing crazy? You will never live to see that happen. Put my case back on the bus now. Walking up and down, gone mad. But cussing out everybody. The woman that told her you're gonna have to get a taxi, she left. She What's happening, people? Welcome to Added Value Podcast.
What's up?
The biggest show on the net. I'm Jason, the self-titled superstar Jay.
I'm J Rome, some people's slumlord, some people's landlord. But big up all my tenants, either way.
And I'm your boy Manolo, C-boy, you know how it goes. MVP, top striker. Yeah, I'm on about 1,000 goals now. There's never been a striker that's touched the ball like me, that's graced the Premiership or this podcast, ship. So anyway, yeah, big up. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Big up the subscribers. We appreciate you, everybody locking into us. We definitely appreciate it. Big up the TikTok live crew.
Yeah, man, big up the TikTok live crew, man.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. If you like our content, please.
And Instagram live crew.
If you like our content, please.
And Twitter live crew.
Tell everybody about us. This is a positive platform. This is an area where we come and we try to talk about solutions, not problems.
Facts.
Talk about goals and places we want to go instead of other people.
It's the upliftment corner.
The upliftment
The
corner.
positivity sector.
The positivity sector. Yeah, me, big up C. Yeah, so what has been crazy is everybody is seeing the overwhelming devastation that's gone down in Jamaica. And I was there. I was in Jamaica.
Just back, fresh home.
So I was there.
When did you land?
Well, you're asking crazy stuff, but I still got holiday brain now. I don't even know.
Yesterday?
Yeah. I flew out, it was Monday, came in on Tuesday. So I literally came in yesterday.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
You did actually, because you messaged in the group, I'm back straight away.
Okay, don't say a word then.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I got holiday brain. Category 5, Hurricane Melissa. What was mad is when we was on the island, everybody's like, oh, there's a storm coming. But people were saying that for 3 days. That's how slow the storm was moving. So basically, it was just chilling out there, picking up speed, letting everybody know, say, I'm coming. And when I'm coming, it's rough.
What day did you land in Jamaica?
Bro, you keep going wild with these questions. I flew on the 23rd.
Monday. Like you said, Monday, and they came back on
So you
Tuesday.
flew in the 23rd.
Yeah.
What day was the talk starting?
Like 2 days after that.
25th.
So 25th it started to it.
What day did the storm come?
The start of it
Following Monday, innit?
was Monday.
So a week
And
after the first Monday you went.
The landfall was Tuesday.
It came in. It did. They come in on the Tuesday. No, it didn't. It came in Monday night. It came in Monday.
Yeah.
No, because the storm was mad Monday night. I couldn't sleep. It was going mad, and then I woke up and it was all Tuesday.
But but I think it hit land Tuesday.
Okay, but
Because remember, it's this big storm.
The whole hotel was going mad.
Mashing up.
The hotel was going mad.
From Monday it was mashing up.
Well, the hotel was moving mad. Serious.
Well, I'll tell you what was going on. It was mad, bro.
Is it?
So what? We're going in from the jump again.
You didn't say that to me when you called me.
No,
You was moving like you was calm, fam.
Just say we're getting straight into it. Hurricane Melissa, and I was
cool.
there.
Cool. You ready?
Are you ashamed?
All right, we're going straight into it. I was in Jamaica when Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica, the biggest storm to hit since 1988. Gilbert. But everyone was still talking about the trauma of Gilbert before Melissa even come in, and it was crazy. They're still talking about the remnants of that. So anyway, Category 5, 185 miles an hour storm coming in, and it came in slow. Mashed up the country for a night and a day. Mad.
So when did you arrive in Jamaica?
I arrived on the 23rd, which was a Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah, which was a Thursday. So I've come in, but we was enjoying.
So did you know about when you was flying that? Did you know about Hurricane Melissa?
I did not know about Hurricane Melissa, but imagine what happened is there was a storm in England that I thought was going to mash up my flight going out. So I'm thinking, this is mad. So I wasn't even too worried about.
There was, do you remember that?
Yeah.
I wasn't even too worried about what was going on in Jamaica because I don't normally penny whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we're out there, and then 2 days in, they was talking about there's a storm coming, so we're gonna have to batten down the hatches and whatever. But I'm thinking storm, whatever. There's loads of storms. But then when it turned into a hurricane and then everybody started doing X, Y, that's when, it was proper things. But
so you've landed on the Thursday. Obviously, you didn't know about hurracane coming. So when did you first start to hear the talk in the island?
So it was 2 days later. So it must have been a Saturday. So it was the Saturday.
Where was you hearing the talk from, and who was talking and saying what?
The hotel staff.
Okay.
And the locals. So when we're talking, when we're there, obviously we're there for holidays, but where we want to do outside, we want to go to the beach, we want to go to the dance, we want to do things like outside the hotel, but where everybody was talking what was going on, we didn't really leave the hotel.
So was that official talk, or was that the staff talking and saying?
No, it was
what
official.
They're hearing.
No, that was official talk.
Okay.
So obviously they're getting official word from wherever, and they're just telling the staff. But to be honest, they weren't even really telling the guests in the hotel what was really going on. Maybe they didn't want to stress people out too early or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, they put an announcement out and said, there's a storm coming. So everybody's just gonna have to stay in their rooms for a couple of hours, and then we'll let you know when the storm's passed to come outside. That's what they said. They didn't say it was a big storm. They didn't say how mad it was. So we was all chilling in the room, and I'm bored, so I've gone on the balcony. So I just went on TikTok and just went on live. But then the storm just started picking up. Rain was picking up. It literally was going mad. But where I was situated on my balcony.
Do you reckon if you'd have been outside on the floor, you'd have got blown away?
Definitely, I'll tell you what happened. So where I am, I'm kind of, the building's blocking the wind, so I can see the storm that's going on around me, but I'm shielded from what's going on. But at the end of it, it just turned out that from the morning, I was just on TikTok until the evening. The whole day, just recording TikTok in the thing. Yeah, and then the TikTok went crazy. Like thousands of people came in, 1.5 million likes, donations coming, mad. Or I call it donate, but it's gifts. I don't know what they.
Whatever, you was a rich man.
I was a rich man. I wish.
But you donated it to
that money
Jamaica.
Has to go, that money has
no,
to go
you've
to
said
Jamaica.
you donated it to Jamaica. You said
I haven't done it yet. I'm gonna, as soon as I figure out how to get the money out of there. But at the same time, they need it immediately. So I'm working on figuring out.
Let them know that it's for Jamaica, man. 100%. So they shouldn't play no games. You get me?
But even on top of that, my wife, she saw what was going on for the people. So after it ended, she emptied our suitcases and was giving away all of our stuff.
Sure.
And I'm like, no, but sorry, that like, do not. She's like, Jason, people are devastated. Like, look what's going on. Trying to give away my good trainers, you know. So
you never
do another one.
No, you never. Did you?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
your wife did a good thing, man. I've met her. Your wife, she's a lovely person. God bless her.
Yeah, 100%.
And you got to do for your country, innit? Because nobody else does. Yeah. It's unfortunate that this has happened. I believe it just shows us that we should get closer to God, and just value the time that we have left on this earth. Because I went to a funeral recently as well, and it makes you, just reevaluate life and how short it is. And they say make hay while the sun shines. So be useful, man. Do your thing. Go for every opportunity, man. And we pray that everybody just bands together and helps Jamaica, man. Not just Jamaica, Cuba. Because I heard there was a Cuba. Where else again? Haiti. as well. So big them up as well. Then again, big up Sudan as well. The thing, big up Nigeria, I have to say. 'Cause no, but they're killing the Christians, isn't it? Apparently.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, that's not even a joke.
Yeah. So big up Congo as well.
But
Big up
Congo's
Congo.
been going through it for time.
I
man.
know.
It's crazy.
I know. So big up all of our countries across the diaspora, even to the Caribbean, because we're all brothers, love. I think right now we should band together and help Jamaica. Not just saying that it's more important or whatever, but their thing is devastating, and we need to band together and help Jamaica.
Well, the official numbers is over 13,000 people are homeless.
Come on, man.
28,000 children are in like desperate immediate need, and the hospitals are stretched thin.
Come on, man.
All those numbers are very conservative because the access has been cut off.
Yeah, so that's the lowest scale of the numbers.
Very much
They
so.
have got no electricity. So 70%
Sorry, one more
of
thing.
the island has
Sorry.
electricity.
Welcome to Nigeria.
No, but what?
Sorry, but yeah,
what's
that's
mad- So again, where I was staying, we had power, but there was no cellular service and no phone service. There was no internet. It was mad. So where we had electricity, obviously we was fortunate. But some other hotels, they were still on rations. My hotel, we still had food running and all kinds of stuff. So that was
Wow.
cool.
So what was the timeline for you? So obviously it's come in towards land on the Monday in the day.
So it hit Monday night late, and then we went sleep, and then but all night I don't know. I thought the neighbors were banging, but then I remembered it was the storm. So things on the roof must have been getting knocked around, and then obviously when the next day when we looked, there was loads of solar panels and whatever on the ground. So them things must have got knocked
Do
off.
you know what's mad? Yeah, is that sorry to cut you. Yeah, is that the fact that this can happen? And I saw one woman online say something like, they blew up the houses, everybody displaced, but we still have our lives.
Man,
And we're still alive, and much of us not too many of us died, like we thank God, you know what I mean? I was just smiling. I said, bro, you know what, sometimes in adversity and in problems, yeah, we don't see the brighter side of life, and for people to see that is do you know what I mean, is inspiring, man.
I went to church. I went to
Innit?
church on the following Sunday as well.
You
You
see?
know?
Okay. Now,
It's like people band together more
when
and
people talk about the Jamaican spirit.
yeah, it's high, it's really
Obviously,
strong, man.
Yeah, but people think about the laughter and the banter and the joke side of it, and that's what it is. But the thing about Jamaica, when you think about Jamaican spirit, it is that emotion, the highs and the laugh and the joke in difficulty. And obviously, this hurricane just highlights the Jamaican spirit.
Oh my God, it's strong.
So
Pause.
obviously, as a Jamaican,
Pause.
I know that's going to be there because I know what that spirit is based on. It's not based on laughter and good times because everything's sweet. It's based on that resilience. 100%. So get me. Them times, obviously, it's Melissa now.
Come on, bro, you like the fastest. No, but it's true though, isn't it? The fastest. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You guys are strong. I don't know if you're the strongest, but you're really, you know what I mean, strong in what you do. Come on, football.
Hey, we're going World Cup 2026.
Yeah. By the grace of God, but dancing, everything, musically, I could like it's just
the influence is mad.
It's mad. It's massive. So I feel like the world owes, and has an obligation to step forward and help Jamaica. How dare you, England, give Jamaica 2.5 million? Is it 2.5?
It was 2.5.
Big up, sister.
But they've
added.
One second. Big up, Big up, Sister
Yeah.
Beryl from my church. And I hope you see this because on Sunday you were saying that. Can you imagine they get 2.5 million after they came on Windrush and how they helped the country and build? Do you know what I mean? And all you give them is 2.5 million.
Well,
like
I saw a number
really
that they was tallying up. They were saying that the storm has caused between 16 and 30 billion dollars
damage. And then you give them 2 point something million.
Yeah, but
the $1 billion or billion Jamaican dollars?
No, American
dollars.
Are you serious?
Yeah. No, it is crazy. And
that's not crazy, that's catastrophic.
100%. But do you know what is mad as well? Is obviously social media is putting loads of stuff out to show people what was going on.
Mm.
But for me, what is mad is it's not as bad as what people have put out, and it's not as easy as what people have put
What do
out.
you mean it's not as bad?
So
as
is what is playing on my mind
What do you mean by
is
that?
like, so the airport, Montego Bay Airport, they was showing that it was flooded. It was all kind of things going. I didn't think I was going home for another week.
Yeah.
But then when I got there, it's like nothing happened.
Yeah, because they probably cleaned it and fixed it up.
Yeah, I understand that, but
So it probably was flooded.
yeah, I'm saying it may have been flooded.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, when I've gone in there now, from what I could see, loads of people. There's loads of places you go, you can see that it's been flooded. You can see that the roof is caved.
No,
in.
but
You
it's
can see-
it's an airport.
It was exactly. So, but when I on the way to the airport, loads of people was literally living at the side of the sea.
Wow.
So they like I said, the 13,000 people, it must be much.
So when it's
more than
raining,
that.
they
will sleep. They're living on the side of. They're washing their clothes in the sea.
Wow.
So I don't even know what the sea water's doing to their clothes.
The 13,000 in terms of displacement is a massive understatement. The death count, unfortunately, is a massive understatement. I'm hearing reports of people.
I think they said it's 37 or something.
1,000?
Yeah,
no,
37 people.
just
But
people.
Oh, in general.
the reality is,
In one life.
you're talking about the people that have killed, just in drowned. That's going to be tens of people. But then you're talking about the after effects as well. So there's people that obviously hospitals are out of service. I've heard reports of people that needed hospital service that are on respirators and things like that. That have now passed because they can't get the urgent care that they need. So the numbers are underreported. It's it is what it is.
The hospitals are running on generators.
Yeah. So it's
again, that's Nigeria.
It's devastating. But and the thing is, and you say that and you say it jokingly or whatever, but as you said, these countries are in the Caribbean and Africa, on a good day, they're struggling.
Yeah.
They're struggling with electricity.
Well, they're struggling in this day and age, 2025. We're struggling for electricity, something that the Egyptians harnessed. Like, how sad is that? And it's not sad because we have these platforms for a reason, not just to talk and glamorize and whatever. We have these platforms to speak and to speak for, I would say revolutionary, no, I would say for change. You know what I mean? Because think about it, yeah? This day and age, people in higher powers are still keeping countries like Nigeria, blah blah blah, certain parts in Africa or whatever, in how do you call it? Like how do you put it? Like keeping them under their thumb because they have the power to release electricity, and they don't. They won't because it serves them right. Do you know what I mean? Well, it enriches their pockets.
Well, we're talking about Nigeria having
Generators.
a refinery now, but for years the oil was coming out of the ground and then going back straight underground, going straight to the west.
And then they sell it back to you.
Exactly. So, but I don't know. Like you said, they've done so much to us that they're scared for us to have things because we might treat them the way they treated us.
So obviously, we talked about the height of the storm has caused obviously a lot of flooding and things like that, but the damage is
and
caused,
landslides.
But the damage is caused post since after it's left is even more devastating. How much of that did you actually see?
So the internet went down the day after the storm, which is mad. So when I was filming live on TikTok, whatever was going on, I was thinking, alright, cool, the internet made it. But the internet went down the day after. I don't know how that makes any sense.
Conveniently.
But that's what happened. And then, like I said, there was no cell service, there was no internet. And then the knock-on effect to that is actually wild as well, because now how do you access cash from the cash machine? There's no internet. If there's no electricity, how do you get whatever money from the cash machine? If there's no cell service, how do you call people to see if they're going on? So that's another important point.
How did you guys survive?
The airport that I was, the hotel that I was staying in, I beg your pardon, the hotel that I was staying in, the staff couldn't get home because trees and all of that mashed up the roads, but they couldn't get home to their families to see if their families was okay or survived or their house was staying or whatever. So basically, they was working blind. So they was literally saying good morning, how are you, whatever to everybody, not knowing if their house is still standing, if their family was safe, if their children, like that was actually. So even though we're talking to them and we're asking, look, how's this, how's that, how are you, whatever, they're telling us we don't know. We don't know how our house stays. We don't know how the family stays. Like that was actually crazy.
God bless them.
And then obviously on a selfish level, I'm upset. My holiday is wrecked. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to go Rick's Cafe. I'm trying to take my son Dunn's River. I'm trying to do up lifestyle or whatever. But literally, people are actually going through lifelong effects of what's going on.
I can't lie to you, yeah. I think that's a perfect situation for your son to see, not in a bad way, but instead of seeing the high life and blah blah blah, seeing the reality of life and seeing what happens and seeing people band together, seeing unity, seeing strength in adversity, seeing the devastation, something that happening, and then people still smiling and being resilient. So I think it's gonna affect him in a positive way.
Well, I'll tell you.
Or what do you reckon?
Yeah, of course.
Experience.
My son is growing up in a deep middle class living, so he needs the other side of life. But what he also saw as well is we went into Lucy. That's where my family's from, and a couple days after, we're at the local bar playing dominoes with the locals. You know what I mean? And he's there slamming the dominoes on the table, and they're like, "Yo, your son are really Jamaica." You know? Yeah, and he won. He gave them the 6, and I had to pat him on the back like, "Oh my son, that." But yeah, big up his nan for teaching him dominoes. But yeah,
big up.
I mean, you touched on the staff, and obviously you said it was the live effects of where their family and their homes. But I saw something today. I don't know if it's official or if it's true, but they were saying about Hyatt closing 8 of their hotels in Jamaica, potentially to January, end of January.
Loads of hotels are closing, and I think the Ryu was closing a couple. But what's happened is, like I said, there was no internet service, so I wasn't able to go online and see how other people or other things was carrying on in the island, because, like you said, there was no way of seeing. So I can only tell you what I saw. And I went into Lucy, I went into Montego Bay. I'll tell you what happened when I went to Montego Bay. We got a taxi into Montego Bay from Lucy, and we don't have no cash. So we're looking for an ATM to try and get money out. And what we saw was mad. The traffic was bananas. When I went past a petrol station, yeah, I saw that. When I went past the petrol station, I thought it was a dance. There was loads of people in the petrol station. I'm thinking, wait, hold on a minute, what, they're party? But it's people literally queuing up. But what is
kerosene, petrol?
It's not just cars. They need it for their generators.
Yeah, kerosene.
So they need it for their generators and obviously for their cars. So people need petrol, and then the petrol ran out. And then when we got to the cash machine, a mad queue, like going down the road, crazy.
The queue for the cash machine in Jamaica on a normal day is crazy.
Swear down.
You could queue for an hour for a cash machine. That's on a Tuesday.
No, you're lying.
It was
an hour.
That's on a normal day.
So, but what happened is as we was queue, so we've hit the queue as well to get cash from the cash machine, because that's all you can do. Someone's come up to us and said, the cash machine at that bank is working. So I've looked over, but there's no one there. So I said to him, oh yeah, dealing man. He said, no, I'm English, These people, they're queuing up at this bank for some reason, but you can go to that one. So I went round there and I got the cash machine.
You're lying.
Yeah, I got the cash out of the cash machine. I've come back and I went to tell these Jamaicans, but then I thought to myself, they obviously know something.
Yeah, their bank, they probably have their bank with that. That's their bank, and they probably have to use their bank.
No, and the charge at the one I went to as well.
Okay. The tourist privilege is crazy.
No, you have money, innit? You have money.
No, I think it was like $5 US or something like that.
It's not bad.
For me, but the locals must have said that's half my money. I don't know what it is, but yeah. So they didn't. They weren't trying to go to that.
So the queue was mad like that.
The queue was mad, and then we came back the next day, and the cash was done.
So you went to the other one.
No, the cash was. We came back. The
Yeah.
Montego Bay.
No one's coming to fill it up.
The Montego Bay had no cash. So do you know where we went? We had to go to the supermarket. Because you know everybody that did have cash has gone to the supermarket to buy
stuff.
provisions.
Yeah.
So we've had to buy the cash off
How?
the Chinaman in
Oh, already done that, yeah.
but
And then Chinaman, big up the Chinaman, you know. They want to
hey,
clever.
they know how to be
They know how to do
resourceful.
business, yeah.
They know
They know how to make money within money, blood.
Wait, what? Well, you need to have that. What's mad as well is certain of the Chinaman, they're talking to you, you know. So yo, because we went to one shop and we're like, oh, can we get some cash off you? He said, no, the internet's down. I'm saying to him, look, next door's got it. Why haven't you got it? He said, look on my phone, man. I have no internet at all. So I'm looking at him again, sure, what's going on? Chinaman. Yeah, so it was mad. It was mad. But yeah, they knew what they was doing. So and then when there's obviously selling cash to people, they're putting a little
Of course,
drink on it as well. So
little disclaimer, in Jamaica, they call the Chinese man Chinaman.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Jay's been out in Jamaica for a little while, so he's got a lingo.
Oh, saying that's not PC.
No, you can't. No, but I don't know. I thought it was probably not.
Well, what's mad is they call all the China people Mr. Chin as well.
But that's what I'm saying.
So when
the disclaimer,
so
in
when
Jamaica,
I've gone,
that's
when I've gone into the shop now, Greg, my driver, but he's my dad's brethren as well that was taking us around. He's just gone into the shop. Yo, Chin, you have cash? And I'm thinking, like, of all the places I've gone to, and I've seen an Asian man and his name's Chin.
What did he say?
But when I've clocked it, they just call every
So what did he say? What did he say?
Yeah, so but loads of people didn't have no cash. And if they did have it, they weren't giving it to nobody, they was keeping it. You know what I mean? I don't know what they was doing, but they was holding on to the cash.
Yeah, no, it's crazy times. Cash is gonna be at a short supply. Obviously, electricity, cell phone connection, water.
So there was little cell services. So every time I was driving past again, there was loads of people congregating at the side of the road. So I'm thinking, why are they chilling there? But those are the spots that had the cell service or the internet.
Watch this, yeah. There's a time in the Bible that says, yeah, that this will happen. You know that? And it says that there will be a time when all the internet, all the electronics will stop working.
What the Bible says that?
Yeah, in Revelations, bro.
But there weren't no electricity before the Bible.
No, well, not electricity, but I'm telling you, everything will stop working. Yeah, bullets, guns. We'll have to go back to the old age where you're riding horses, where you're throwing spears, where you're making bow and arrows, where you're making swords.
But we watch all these
because that's what happened when you went to Thingy. That's what happened when we went to Jamaica. Think about it.
We watch all of these films, you know,
but it's true.
The Book of Eli, all of these books.
But these are true things.
Terminator, where you like, basically things are not working.
Yeah, Matrix, all this stuff.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
People going underground.
Come on.
But it must be for a reason.
It's for a reason, bro. I'm telling you. I'll be telling you, man.
Yeah, that is mad. But
yeah, no, it's a critical time for Jamaica because even before this hurricane, obviously the economy, it's a struggle. People are living hard. The craziest thing I saw an interview today with one Jamaican man, and he said the hurricane Melissa is a blessing. He said, look at me, we have no food. Because obviously they've
enough. He said enough.
Yeah, because they call it. You can't call it looting. You have to end looting in these times is crazy. Their men are surviving and getting stuff at stores or whatever. So because they're taking stuff at the stores, you see before that, he's probably surviving on bare minimum. He said, man, they ain't got no food. So he's saying he's looking at after they've got food from the store, he's got more food now than he had before the hurricane. So he's saying, obviously, he just talking from his experience. He's saying hurricane is a blessing. We had no food, and now because where's happened, I've got this and this. So I'll say that just to say, obviously, that people was living in difficult times pre the hurricane. So it's a time where everyone has to step up.
I wasn't going to give you this joke, but since you said that, I'll give it to you. When we was on the transfer from the hotel back to the airport because we were going home, and certain English people, they was looking at the window, like, obviously seeing what was going on, and like loads of trees had knocked down. Like it was crazy, and it's better than it was before because the locals, they were cutting down trees. They had chainsaws cutting down trees so people can pass. There was loads of all the power lines was basically on the ground in the road.
And that's electricity. That's dangerous.
Yeah, but it was off because obviously it was knocked
Now,
out.
some of them might be still. Well,
I was thinking that as well when we was driving over. I said, I don't know how safe this is. But the joke is, certain English people
The grid would have
they was
gone down.
going past here, and obviously people have like little shops and whatever at the side of the road.
mm-hmm.
But some of them was looking at like, oh my god, look at this! The devastation is crazy. Like, how are these people going to recover? But the storm didn't even touch that.
They're just coming to sell the too.
The storm ain't even touched that shack. But because it looks so run down, they're thinking, oh my god, Melissa mashed up the place. Me and my wife just held our head straight, like, oh my god. Like, yeah, man. Like, imagine how beautiful it would be.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? The white people.
That was mad. But obviously, and then so after the storm, a couple of days went down. We was on the road, and we stopped at the side of the road, and we went to a wicked bar. I wish I knew the name so I could say it. But we went to a bar now and ordered some fish and some rice and got some drinks and stuff. Because obviously not everywhere was mash up. Loads of places was mash up, but not everywhere. So we're eating and whatever, and then we got talking to the lady that worked behind the bar, and she's like, "Boy, it rough, such and such." You know what I mean? Right now she's looking for some zinc. And zinc is the roofs. So basically, I can only liken it to, you know what people put their metal fences on, the flimsy thing. Like,
yeah, it's metal sheets.
And we know,
yeah,
man,
sheets of metal.
Yeah, sheets of metal.
Yeah. So, but she was saying that the zinc of her house blew off, but it's not like she could go into the road and just pick it up because other people come and picked up her zinc. So she just had to go in the road and find other people's zinc as well to go and batten down her zinc. So it's literally a survival thing that was going on. But one thing I will say though is these things will bring people together because I know certain people that will probably argue, not talking to each other, neighbors or whatever, see that the other person that they got beef with is popped down and they've gone to help them pick up things and do whatever. Because that's what you have to do, you know. When you see people, when like there's things bigger than what's actually going on, you know what I mean?
Well, in your experience, would you go again during hurricane season? Caribbean, would you book a holiday to the Caribbean during hurricane season?
A lot of my travels to the Caribbean have been during the season. So not literally during hurricanes, but the season. The season is between August and the end of October, isn't it? And that's the cheapest time to go.
I was gonna say, and is that by any chance, or is that just because it's cheaper for you to travel at that
My
time?
wife is a teacher.
Okay.
So we have to go when the kids are off school.
Oh, makes sense.
So we can go Easter, we can go Easter, we can go December, we can go August, we can go November.
It sounds like those peak times.
It has to be peak time. Anytime the kids are off, they make it more expensive, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But the October is the lesser of the evils.
Well, it's funny you say that because I've never experienced a hurricane. But the closest I've come to a hurricane is for this man's wedding. So 2 years ago now, October is in Antigua. So we landed whenever we landed in October, and within a number of days,
there was a hurricane.
We got the warning that a hurricane is coming.
Oh, wow.
So we were staying in one hotel.
Was that Hurricane Gilbert or something?
No. So
this is another one. I can't remember the name. Did this one have a name?
I don't know the name of the hurricane, to be honest. And it never hit land. So it missed. So it was a hurricane.
It went around.
Thank God. It went around the island.
Thank God.
But it's funny because I heard people talking about how people talking about the American tourists in Jamaica doing an appreciation and saying that you should have known. But my experience of a hurricane in the Caribbean is when you fly out, you don't know about no hurricane coming. And even when we landed in Antigua that time, again, when we landed, there was no talk about no hurricane. So it was only about a day or two before the hurricane came, or was supposed to come, that there was talk of it. And obviously, when you're in the island, it's only local TV where you're going to have a hurricane. So when you're checking the weather, it might say it's raining, but it ain't saying there's hurricane on Tuesday. It ain't saying hurricane on Tuesday. Yeah. So unless you're watching local news, and when you're not watching local news, you're not going to know about it. So that time, again, it's literally a day before the hurricane was supposed to come, where we got the warning to say that hurricane's coming.
Now I think that this is something that the weather apps or people. Anyway, I'm gonna keep this one to ourselves.
I don't know. Maybe they keep it quiet because obviously it does affect their tourism as well.
But it's mad because even when you see a hurricane, so Hurricane Melissa was a category 5, which is the highest category that you can get. But it's only about 10, 15 of them have actually hit land. Since it's been recorded, there's been over 100 category 5 hurricanes
that miss,
but they don't tend to hit land at that rate. So again, hurricanes, a lot of times you don't know where it's going. So that time in Antigua, the night before, they had us in lockdown in a hotel. Everyone was in the rooms. We're all inclusive. There's no food. There's no nothing. You look down in your room because they're saying hurricane is coming tonight. The hurricane never came. So imagine as close as that. Forget 1 or 2 day warnings. They're saying it's coming when it's there, and it never came. So to say, it's not as easy as that. To say in 2 weeks' time, hurricane is going to hit.
Would I go back to the Caribbean in October, knowing it's hurricane season? Yes, I would. If that's your question.
Now, because you're more in tune.
No, it's just that I've always gone in that sort of time anyway. But is it likely that a hurricane is going to come? No. So I go knowing that there's a off chance, a rare chance it will come, but it shouldn't really come.
And for me, that's an important message that I want to put out there, because tourism is the lifeblood of Jamaica in terms of the economy
and the Caribbean.
And the Caribbean as a whole. And it's important the message gets out there that obviously this is blown up in terms of news, and it could put a lot of people off going to the Caribbean because of hurricane season. But so I've never experienced hurricane myself, but that little experience I had in Antigua, it didn't put me off, because we're fortunate, we're very privileged. In the hotel, you are relatively safe, not perfectly safe, but you are relatively safe.
My friend Dean, my friend Dean, and shout out Dean Peter, he's from Grenada. So he went back when he was younger, and he said he experienced a storm. But he said this storm was so crazy that there was in a house like this with his aunt and that year, and the roof of the house ripped off. He said it ripped off like you're ripping a chocolate bar, a packet. The roof just came off like that.
I'm not joking when I tell you I saw a roof flying in the sky.
Yeah.
I don't know whose house it come off, flying into the sky. I saw trees that it would take machinery and all kinds of things to get out. They just ripped out the ground.
And you know what's crazy? Why I think, because they say, and I don't want to start doing this, but this is what I feel. They say those are angels. They say those are like angels sent, like destruction.
Yeah,
angels.
Loads of stuff, because I've also heard that force, the hurricane follows the path of the slave ships from the
so those are angels sent.
Slave trade.
So I feel like maybe sometimes when you said it avoids the island or misses the island, is maybe that one person was pious more than the other, and God said, you know what, miss the island now.
Well, going back to what you said about lockdown,
it's possible.
We was locked down in the room they said we're going to give you a lockdown while the storm's passing. So it was locked down, but they said we're going to bring food to everybody's room before the storm comes. They didn't bring no food. Well, God, I don't know what was happening, but the food never come. So we was chilling in the room, but after we thought what we had thought the storm had calmed down a bit. We know it didn't, whatever, but we had thought it calmed down a bit. So we've gone out, we've gone out to go and get some food. Yeah, regardless.
So is this a Monday of the storm? This is the Tuesday.
This is the Tuesday after, it's not totally gone, but it's past.
Okay, it's Tuesday after it's past. Okay.
So we've gone out and we've gone, but big up Grand Palladium Hotel. That's one large hotel, boy. If you're staying in 18 and all them ones at the back, I don't know what you're doing. You need a scooter or whatever. So, but anyway, we're walking. We see loads of solar panels on the ground, trees on the ground, broken glass, all kinds of things. We're thinking, wow, this is rough. Anyway, we've got to the reception area, and I walk slow. And it's lucky my wife was looking back, cussing me, saying, "Why are you walking so slow? Hurry up, whatever." But I can't walk fast like everyone else. So as she's turned back, we're in the reception area. There's a skylight, a massive skylight in the reception area, and it fell right in front of us. Boom, and broke and shattered. If we'd taken 4 or 5 more steps, that would have been us. It would have fell on our heads.
That's why you was
So
looking
was
slow.
you on live at the
I
time?
told you there's an angel.
I think I turned the live off at that was whatever we're playing.
I told you that was an angel.
I always believe in angels and whatever, but yeah, my wife turned around to cuss me. But obviously, she don't take it as I saved her because she turned around to cuss me. She's upset that she had to turn around to cuss me because I wasn't hurrying up or
Because
whatever.
they would have been past that already, long time.
So yeah, to that happened. That was mad.
So you obviously you mentioned in terms of the staff. Obviously, you heard some of the American tourists went viral over the time. What was your experience in the hotel?
Yeah, there was loads of Americans in the hotel, but they wasn't acting as bad as what I saw online. But you can definitely tell that American people just have expectations. Regardless of what's going on, give me the service that I asked for and expect.
So you said that it was on Monday night they said they was going to drop you food.
Yeah, did you get food? What happened? How did you eat? So you didn't eat that day?
I wasn't hungry, but...
Did you eat that day?
There was a time when there was no food. It was in the hotel. But what it is they didn't expect the storm to
we just asking, did you eat that day?
We did eat that day.
How? How did you eat? And
we had to go. We went when we did that mad trek and the glass fell down. Yeah. We was on our way to the buffet area, but we got cussed out by the staff.
All this happened in the hotel?
Yeah, we got cussed out by the staff. Like, what the hell are you doing out of your room? We're like, you didn't feed us. Like, what's going on? So they gave us food, and then we went back to the hotel. Okay. We went back to our rooms.
So the light falling down was within the confines of the hotel?
Yeah, that was the reception area of the hotel. Wow. Yeah, that was mad. That was actually mad. But when we got back to the hotel, my wife was like, "Jason, just..." she was cussing. She was cussing me. But to be fair, in hindsight, I would have said, "Listen, you don't go, stay, and I will go." I don't know why I'm even.
You need a strong warrior, missus, bro.
My wife is a warrior.
No, I mean, as in your wife is strong and warrior.
My wife don't do this.
No, what I mean is you need your wife is strong. I've seen her, and I don't want to say she's a warrior because she's a woman, innit? You can't call a woman a warrior, but she's strong, innit? But what I'm trying to say is that in that instance, fam, you gotta think about it. Why are you walking slow as well, bro? Like you do that as well. When I'm walking with you, you walk slow, bro. That shit is annoying, fam. Like. Why do you walk slow?
My wife told me off. Why are you telling me off?
No, I'm just saying. No, but it's true though. Why do you walk slow?
I don't know. That's just my pace.
Yeah,
why do you walk fast?
Because we need to get to somewhere.
Well, that's the Western living, boy. When I was in Jamaica, them Jamaicans move slow.
Okay, anyway, fine. Listen. I agree with your missus to be honest with you. Because next time...
No, it's like, I should have been by my wife's side. I should have been protective. I should have been a lot of things. And yeah, I fell short, 100%. So that's just what it is.
But alright, cool. That's it. Whatever.
I got another story actually.
Sounds like a mission of guilt.
We're at the we're at the hotel, yeah. And we're checking out. So, you know, obviously, after you in the hotel, you charge things to your room and all kinds of things. You got to check out, innit? we're checking out, yeah, and I forgot. I put a bottle of Hennessy on the room. So,
Wow.
but the transfer...
Probably like a bag. Probably like a bag. In the climate times, probably like £1,000.
No, but yeah, but you gotta remember, it was my wedding anniversary as well, so we had a little celebration. Or
oh, big up, man! Big up to the weddingers. Woo! Big up, man!
Cheers.
And big up someone else in this room. Woo! That's what we're gonna do. Just big up.
Big up someone else.
Mystery, man. You get me?
So we're checking out, yeah, and. Like I said, there's no internet. So imagine she said, oh, you need to pay for this Hennessy. Do you want to pay by cash or card? Knowing there's no way of paying by card.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, oh, yeah, let me pay by card. She said, oh, sorry, we can't pay by card. So I said,
what
anyway,
you asked me for?
I didn't penny that. But I mean, Jamaica, anyone that knows Jamaicans, they know what's going on. So she said, all right, come over to this computer because this computer might have internet. So the computer had some Ethernet, plug in. It come like dial-up. Internet moving slow. But imagine my transfer is there to take me back to the airport to go home. And my wife's there, my sisters, there's loads of us there that were staying there. So they're waiting at the transfer for me to just check out. The thing's not working, whatever. It's taking long. I said, can't you just send me an email or do something and I'll pay? She said, you can't leave until you pay. I said, how am I going to pay
It's a storm.
if there's no internet?
It's a storm.
Everything is... So anyway...
Like one bottle of Hennessy, man. They probably don't even know about it. She wants the peas, man. But
imagine the transfer woman has said, oh, we're going to have to take your stuff off the bus and let the transfer people go so the rest of the people can get to the thing and we will have to pay, sort it out and
your wife never had it, innit?
Get a taxi back.
Yeah.
My wife...
I knew
She heard that.
Yeah.
She said, are you effing crazy? You will never live to see that happen. Put my case back on the bus now. Walking up and down, gone mad. But cussing out everybody. The woman that told her you're gonna have to get a taxi, she left. She was out. So then we're all going mad. And we're like, there's no way. You can't leave without us. So either you figure it out and let us go, or let us go. Like, whatever's happening, that bus is not going without us. So one case has come out. My wife has hit the roof. Bro, you know my wife, bro. She's gone mad. She's cussing out everybody. She's telling everybody about that underneath. She don't care. All the rest of the people that are trying to get home on the transfer, they're vexed thinking, can you not just leave us alone and let us go home? They're like this. So anyway, she's gone mad. But luckily, we met at some people in the hotel, and they saw what was going on, the big commotion. I shouldn't even big up his name because I don't know if he does the online thing. So he just gave us the money to pay for the bottle.
Who?
Just a local, one of the dudes that we met in the hotel, and bro, big you up because he rescued us.
Oh, a lot. I thought you were talking about some tourist.
So they weren't trying to let you go?
It was somebody that was.
Travel,
yeah. Someone that was.
What they weren't trying to let you go?
Well, they said take their cases off the bus. They can get a taxi. So my wife said, "All right, we'll get a taxi. Can you get a taxi? Tell me how you get a taxi. How do you pay for the taxi? No one's got no cash. There's no cash on the island. How do we pay? We can't pay for we can't pay to get out, and we can't pay for the taxi. So they didn't let
you go because of the...
Bro, they weren't letting us go. So we was like, so what happens if we miss our flight? Oh, well, then you should have known. You should have... Bro.
Well, why are you laughing?
Bro, I don't laugh or cry.
Yeah, that's wild.
Can you imagine what was happening? Can you imagine the domino effect?
Yeah.
Man, I got a headache from thinking about it.
And then man got big bills to worry about. Big skylight just dropped the day before.
You know, it's mad, yeah. Why didn't you just pop out of the thing and get your stuff?
They weren't letting us out.
They're working with the transfer.
They're working with the transfer people. The transfer people are not leaving I mean, they're not letting us go without paying. Everybody is making sure that this bottle of Hennessy is paid for.
How much was it?
It's like 105 US. It was a bump still. It was a litre bottle though, but it was.
Nah, that ain't too. For a hotel, that ain't too crazy.
Yeah, so that happened. Yeah, so, but yeah, like I said, they didn't care if we missed our flight. Let me tell you how Grand Palladium was treating people though. On the day of the storm, loads of people, they're due to fly home or whatever. So to get back in their rooms, they had to pay 160 US per person to stay in the hotel. Can you believe that? So loads of people was going in their credit card. They're paying for them and their 3 children. Some people are paying like 800 US a day to stay, to stay, paying. And until big up Ian, we met some dude called Ian. Yeah, he went to the desk. He's like, yeah, I can't. Can you just sort my room out, please? Because obviously the storm. They said you got. He said, listen, you have lost your mind if you think you're getting a penny from me. Hurry up and open the door, man, and let me. Yeah, but he was flying with TUI. But what happened is TUI's emailed the hotel to be like, anyone that's under us.
Okay.
But Grand Palladium have seen the email, but they can't read it. So they don't know what it says, if they're covering people or it says kick them out or whatever. So they're like, well, regardless, we've seen the email, but we don't know what it says. So they're literally charging people. And then you got to remember as well, people that are coming from America, they're doing a little small flight, pay for a room.
Yeah.
They're staying for 3 days. So they're not watching all of this package holiday thing or whatever. The hotel was killing them. The hotel was killing them, making them just pay daily. Some people were staying over a week and they're paying daily.
Well,
to stay.
hopefully their insurance will cover them costs. But obviously, it's a shame that the hotels are taking advantage.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. Hit that button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We need your support. We need you to support Jamaica. Do you know what I mean? Hurricane Melissa?
Hurricane.
Hurricane Melissa just came and hit the island and devastated the island. It's catastrophic. We need your support. We need you guys to band together. We have to stand in solidarity with Jamaica.
So, the government, Jamaican government, have set up Support Jamaica. So that's a Jamaican program. Google it, Support Jamaica.
It's going to be down here.
Yeah, and figure it out. There's loads of drop-off points where people can drop off clothes as well and non-perishable provisions.
Yeah, food and water is I think more important than clothes. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the food and water. So water especially. So any donation is appreciated in terms of buying that stuff and taking it to drop off. So you don't need no big money to go and buy some water and drop that off. So yeah, please.
Big up, man.
Pitching. And as I say, it's a long play as well. So obviously the urgent need
is ongoing.
Is now. But I asked you the question about returning back in hurricane season. As I said, tourism, Jamaica's gonna need tourism and support to rebuild. And do you know what? As you said, the Jamaican spirit is massive. And I look forward to seeing what the Jamaican spirit achieves through the artists, just through the nation and through the people. I expect a lot of activities to happen, and yeah, get involved, everyone.
Amen to that. So yeah, like, share, subscribe. We could have spoke about a lot of things that's happening in the world today, especially in the UK with all the the trivial stuff, but we're not going to do that. Jamaica's bigger. The problem that's happened is bigger, and we need your support. Don't just support Jamaica, please. We need you to support Sudan, Cuba, Haiti, Nigeria,
Cuba,
we said that, Congo, you know what I mean? And yeah, but Mexico, innit? I saw there was something in Mexico. I think is Mexico. What might be Mexico? Yeah, maybe Cuba.
But yeah. Do what you can where you can.
Where you can.
Do you know what's mad? You know that Bob Marley tune, War? When he's just talking about all the places that are there. It's still them places, South Africa.
Big them up,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah. If if you like positive content, if you like people talking about enlightenment, not talking about other people, it's mad that you lot have definitely been.
Come to added value, man. If you like, if you don't like your producer or your fans getting all up on the record,
dancing in your video.
dancing in your videos, dancing, yeah, come to added value, man.
Yeah.
Come to added value podcast.
But this crab in the barrel thing is looking crazy recently.
Podcast.
It's mad. Loads of people going at each other.
Yeah.
It's crazy. One of our stars, he's had a fall from grace, boy, and he's being held accountable. But right now, yeah, it's a crazy time. I think people are fighting for engagement as well, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, let's leave that for the negativity and the stuff that we did. Right now is support Jamaica, support the other countries that we said, but support Jamaica. Go to the drop-off points. There's people sending barrels. And shipments going over. So please, it's imperative that you take note and, help and do what you can where you can. All right, man. Stay blessed, man. We've been at the Value Podcast. This is your boy,
Superstar J.
And this is your boy,
J-Rome, the Slumlord.
And I'm your boy, Manolo. Let's go.
442,
them dead. Them dead. 442. Big up Arsenal. 442, them dead.
Your career's injured now, isn't it?
It's